guys, it's Vaughn and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel and this is the first video that you're seeing, I am a beauty and lifestyle vlogger. I post videos at least once a week. I also have a series on my channel, which is this one. It's an autism mom series because I am a first-time mom to a little girl with autism. Her name is Ann and she is 3. And here we just like to have kind of an open dialogue. I like to try and connect with other autism moms out there. And this series is not just for autism moms, but anyone who is emotionally invested in the development of that special someone in your life who may have autism. So today's video was highly requested because it's been a very long time since I've done my last autism mom update. So really I just wanted to give you guys a bunch of updates as it relates to Ann. So I'm going to be letting you guys know where she is developmentally and how far she's sort of come along with topics such as play, potty training, eating, speaking, sleeping, and hair combing. I know that's kind of a random bunch of updates, but those are just kind of the things that I've been kind of keeping you guys updated on throughout our journey. So let's start off talking about potty training because that's kind of the focus of today's video. You guys know we've been really struggling with potty training. Oh my goodness. Her therapists have been really key in helping us come up with a potty training strategy, and we've been kind of at it since she was about 2.5, which was the time that her doctor recommended that we start potty training. He recommended we didn't try to approach it any earlier than 2.5 because it would just create confusion and do more harm than good. So I took that recommendation to her therapy center. Just so you guys know, with therapy, Ann is in a comprehensive program that covers speech, occupational therapy, and applied behavior analysis therapy, which is ABA. She typically goes full-time. As of right now, because of all the quarantining and lockdowns, the therapy center is closed, but we are still doing the therapy in home. Just the things that I've learned, I've been kind of just DIYing it. One of the main things that we were working on at first was the kind of potty training reward system, where we would take her to the bathroom every hour on the hour and sit her there. 2 minutes would be the max if she didn't go before that time. And if she would go, we would offer her a treat. So first her therapist worked with us on figuring out what some of her favorite things were to eat as far as like treats. And for Ann, I feel like it was kind of tough because there isn't a whole lot she likes in terms of like sweet stuff. Ann is like into French fries and like things like with meals. So it's really tough for us to find out something that she would like that we could offer to her like in that bathroom setting. And so we ended up figuring out that Teddy Grahams was something that she really enjoyed. So we would provide Teddy Grahams to the therapist so they could offer that to her as a reward if she went on the potty. Now, where that went wrong, I have to be honest with you guys, is Ann and I ended up having a little stomach bug, and I was so anxious thinking about all the different ways that we could have contracted it. So I made the executive decision to kind of discontinue the treats during the potty training because I was just a little bit worried about the hygiene and how that all worked out. And so I discontinued that. But to be honest, you guys, taking her to the pot every hour, for me and what I observed as her mom, seemed to be more successful, if not the same amount of success as offering her the treats. I mean, she is starting to wrap her mind around going, so I don't think the treats are really making that big of a difference for her. It is very challenging. It's super tough to be able to keep up that every hour going to the bathroom thing, because like if you work from home or if you have other things going on in your life, it can be really tough to try and keep that up. But that's definitely something that we've been trying to do, and I think that routine of having her go often like that has really helped us. So we've had some ups and downs, but the downs have really been down because, you know, when she had started to get the hang of going inside of her training pants, it was hard for us to get her to do it on the toilet because she would do it everywhere else but the toilet. So I'm talking like in her room on the floor. She would close the door to her room and go on the floor. She would take down her training pants and go on the floor. We were excited to see her start to understand that going in her training pants wasn't what's up, but we did not want her to go on the floor, you guys, because we were having the biggest issues with that. I mean, I was starting to lose my mind. I was pulling my hair out. Like, it was really tough. And we are still dealing with some of that, just not as bad as it once was. I mean, you guys can imagine like how fun it would be to, you know, discover her in her room with like waste all over the floor. So it was really tough on us. And we are still trying to overcome a lot of these challenges with potty training. But I would say that where we are now is that she's totally, completely, exclusively wearing training pants. We are completely away from the diaper scene. And we're using pull-ups, which is the Huggies brand training pants. And she is going most of the time on the big girl pot. So we use like a little potty training seat for her, just so that she's more comfortable sitting sitting on the big girl seat. So we are no longer using the little fake toilet, the little potty training toilet. We're not using that anymore. She's exclusively going on the toilet, and we're having less occurrences of her having accidents on the actual floor. I have to thank her therapist for helping her recognize that going on the potty is the thing to do, but we are not there yet. So I can't say that Anne is potty trained at this moment, but we have made some huge strides. We've also been working on all of the things that come with, you know, going to the potty as a big girl. So everything from flushing the toilet by yourself, washing your hands, turning on the water, getting soap, how to wash your hands, how to rinse your hands, how to dry them off. If you use a paper towel, you need to throw it in the garbage afterwards. Just all of the things that go into the process of using the bathroom, the things that, you know, some neurotypical parents may take for granted, but as an autism mom, these are all very important facets of going to the bathroom, and we have to focus on each one individually because not every kid has the same skills to be able to execute those tasks. So we've just been working on all of that kind of comprehensively, and Anne has been doing a really, really good job being a big girl and working hard to get all the tasks done. So you guys know we were using those social story step-by-step boards to kind of help Anne through more of her task-oriented actions. And good news, we've kind of phased out of those, you guys, because when it comes to routines, Anne is really starting to get it. So we don't really have to use those as much anymore. And luckily we never had to use them when it came to the potty stuff, because she realizes the order in which she's supposed to execute things in order to get the potty situation complete. So we're really happy about that. There's one thing that I forgot, and I don't know how, but I wanted to mention what some of our goals are for Anne with this whole potty training thing. Definitely would like to see her get to a point where she either goes to the bathroom on her own, or that she lets us know using maybe her PEC system or something like that, so that we can get away from the guessing game as to when she needs to go to the bathroom. Other than that, we are respecting her abilities and taking her lead with this whole potty training thing. And you know, the hardest part about all of this is the judgment. There is so much about parenting that is cloaked in accomplishment. I mean, that's what everyone talks about with their children, you know, what skills they were able to teach them, or even how advanced they are. And when these things can't be accomplished, there's this sense of guilt, disappointment, or even failure. And I just want people to know that parents of children with autism experience this in the most awful way. So that is the potty training update. Let me know if I missed anything. You guys put your comments and questions below, but I'm going to quickly move on to touch on some of the other updates. You guys would probably remember from a previous Autism Mom vlog that I was really trying to get her room in order as far as organizing her toys and things, so that it wouldn't be so overwhelming for her in terms of choosing which toys to play with and how to put them back and where she got them and that sort of thing. And so that has really been working really, really well for us. One of my subscribers I had mentioned had given me an idea about putting her toys up and away, so that in order for her to access them, she would have to request them. And we have been doing that, and it's been working out really, really good, you guys. I mean, so good. That's probably the thing I'm most proud of as far as new routines that we've implemented. Lately, she's been playing really successfully with her toys, especially her little puzzles, because those are her favorite. And those were the ones that she was most chaotic with because they have all the little moving parts. I've been having her request those items, and then I would get them out of the closet and get them down so she could play with them one at a time, or sometimes I'll let her do two at a time. But I've just noticed that she's been playing with them a lot more productively, and I feel like it's really been helping her developmentally because she's able to really understand exactly everything that she's doing because she's not overwhelmed. Of course, we still have a long way to go with all of this stuff that I'm talking about, but when you're an autism mom and you work really hard to see those little strides and those little milestones get hit, this is a big deal for you. When it comes to eating, we never really had major issues with her eating. Like, she wasn't considered a problem feeder, but there were some issues with having her try new things. This is gonna be really funny, you guys, but the way that we've gotten her to kind of overcome some of that is, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Super Simple Songs. They have a channel on YouTube. Actually, those videos have helped Anne so much. They have this one video series where they ask the child in the video, it's a cartoon, if he or she likes a certain food item, and it's stuff that you want them to like carrots and broccoli and things like that. They even mentioned sushi and avocado and just some more exotic type foods, and the kid is saying that they like the food, and then they'll maybe name 2 foods at a time, something maybe like broccoli and then like oatmeal, and then they will ask them if they like broccoli oatmeal, and then the kid will be like, no, I don't like broccoli oatmeal, that's too strange, like, no, I do not like that. And so I feel like Anne follows along with those songs, saying, yes, I like broccoli, Yes, I like oatmeal, but no, I don't like them together. And I feel like it's also teaching her really good logic and reasoning. The foods that she's saying she likes, because that's what the song is singing, she's actually trying those foods in real life, you guys, and it is absolutely incredible. So I'll put a link to the series of videos down in the description box, because if it helped Anne, it can probably help your little one. When it comes to talking, we are still working through it. We've seen a lot of success with talking, a bunch of new words, and again, leading back to these songs, you guys, we found that music and songs has been the breakthrough that we have needed all of this time when it comes to helping Anne discover speech and communication. These songs have introduced her to so many new words, you guys. She is saying I've lost count. I don't even know how many words she has at this point, but most of the words are coming through repeating and through the singing. So we're getting her to be comfortable saying these words and having them come out of her mouth, but in terms of generalizing the words and using them in other contexts outside of these songs, that's what we're working on at this moment. So we're not quite there yet with communication. I wouldn't be able to say Anne is verbal necessarily, because she's not using the words to communicate any unique ideas or wants and needs, but she is using them in entertainment, I guess you could say, in the songs and things that she's enjoying. So to me, that's a start, and that's a huge milestone for us, but we are still working on getting her to use her words to communicate her wants and needs to us. And so as her parents and her therapists, because that's kind of the role that we take in her life, we do want to constantly encourage her to take those words that she's learning from the songs that she likes and using them with us. When it comes to Anne's sleeping, we are struggling with that more than ever. I mean, we've had some good days with the sleeping, but for the most part, she's still really struggling with the sleeping. We've seen some success with using her melatonin, and her doctor actually prescribed a melatonin regimen for her. Even though we don't use it all the time, we do use it often, and it does help. But I think the main issue with Anne is just having her be comfortable sleeping alone in her own bed and staying asleep through the night. And one of the other things, you guys, that's kind of interesting about Anne's sleep is that I feel like she sleeps a lot longer and more soundly in a bigger bed. So just as an update, I'm actually in the thought process of revamping her room just a bit, because I do want to go ahead and introduce a full-size bed to her in the coming months. Not anything immediate, but I do want to go ahead and get her a full-size bed. And if I do that, I probably will have to redecorate just a little bit, just to kind of refresh the room and have it all make sense with a bigger bed. So that's something I'll be doing in the near future, probably before her 4th birthday. And then finally, hair combing. That's probably where we have seen the most success in her behavior in terms of cooperating with getting her hair combed. You guys, she has gotten so much better. Like, I feel like that little period where we had that she was super uninterested in getting her hair combed, we've completely outgrown that. She's not super excited about getting her hair combed, but if she has something to kind of distract her, even in the least bit, like a little video on my phone or on her iPad, girl, she will sit there and she will let me do her hair. And I think also she's starting to come more into recognizing who she is, like from looking in the mirror. And I think that is causing her to want to get her hair combed, because she really likes it. And I tried to do styles that are fun for her, and she's starting to kind of touch her hair more and play with it. And I think she's starting to really realize, this is my hair, and mommy is just trying to make it look pretty for me. So I kind of think she's kind of coming into like the vanity aspect of development. So that's really exciting, you guys. Anne is doing a lot more smiling, a lot more interacting with us and other people. She dances with people. She likes to command people. So we've been seeing a lot more of like her little personality coming out, and we have nothing to attribute that to than development. So development is happening, you guys. And I just have to have a vulnerable moment with you guys right now, that this video that I am filming about Anne's milestones and her development, I'm probably in the best mood than I've ever been in filming these Autism Mom vlogs, because there is so much to be grateful and excited about when it comes to my daughter's development at this time. She has done so many things that we never thought she would do, and we are so excited and grateful. Like, I don't even know how to express that. Like, there are no words to describe how grateful we are to her therapy team, the entire center, and how dedicated they are to really helping Anne and tailoring it to a way that she can consume it and that she can benefit from it. I love how customized her program is, and I definitely have her therapy center to thank for that. But they wouldn't be able to help her if it were not for us being so involved and being honest with them about the things that we need from them and the struggles that we're having. It's really important to be super open and honest with the team so that they can help your child in the best way. Like, I'm not that mom going up in the center and being like, my daughter's doing good, everything's fine, everything's great. They can't help you if you're not being honest. And all the family members around us, you know, my sisters, my parents, cousins and aunties and uncles who have been really key in just being really accepting of Anne's differences and uniqueness and just being really interested in her, and just the little things, you guys, the little things that my family members and the surrounding community has done to pour into me, you guys too, to really encourage me and give me the energy and motivation that I need to be the best person for her. So every little comment, every DM, every, you know, every like on this video, all those things really help me and my husband be able to be the best parents we can for Anne. So I really appreciate you guys so much. And I hope this video wasn't rushed through, but I was just trying to get so much information to you guys as I possibly could. And so I hope this video was helpful and you guys enjoyed this update. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.